Welcome to the Healthy AF podcast. With me today is Eliza Anderson. Eliza, thank you for joining me.
Hi, Zane. Thank you so much for inviting me to your podcast.
Oh, I'm so glad you could do it. Eliza has just launched her personal skincare brand called Revelation Skincare, and we're going to talk about why that's so different than what you're probably using now. So, Eliza, again, thanks for joining me. One thing that stood out to me about your skincare is, of course, it's tallow-based.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's talk about like why tallow is so important to be in your skincare. What made you choose tallow as the base of your skincare?
I have been working on tallow-based skincare products since November of last year. I am a hardcore skincare enthusiast who experimented with different kinds of skincare products, from cosmetics to different beauty stuff. I made the transition to being a carnivore and going into the lifestyle of animal based. And I wondered, well, if there's food for that, why not skincare? The reason why I chose tallow is that animal fats have been used by our ancestors for hundreds of thousands of years. With the first recorded proof of skincare was found in ancient Egypt back in 3000 BC, where researchers have found traces of animal fats in little containers and jars containing beeswax and animal fats. Also, today, many people believe that skincare is purely botany based, mainly using plants or seeds and nuts. But we have gone so far away from animal fats that I want to make it okay to use in skincare again.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that would be a more historic way of approaching skincare since they couldn't really process the oils out of whatever we're getting them now, whatever kind of seeds or plants, like you said, we didn't have the kind of processing in place. So they were using the fats, they were natural fats. Yeah.
Plus, I thought was very interesting as I was doing research into the seed oils. Ancient historical text reveals that oils were very, very expensive and hard to get and very hard to process. Versus today, when we have large manufacturers to process tons of seed oils out. A long time ago, they used big, giant stones to roll over the nut and in order to extract the seed oil. So it wasn't as very common back then as it is now.
That makes sense. It'd be much more harder to get. But you're also, it's beyond the historic relevance. I mean, the tallow must be more compatible with our own skin as well.
Correct. Our skin, we can recognize the tallow content of oleic, stearic, and palmitoleic acid, where we are more able to receive them into our skin versus the plant oils, seeds, and nuts that contain anti-nutrients. When you apply seed oils to your skin, they contain anti-nutrients that can bind to calcium and other minerals that can affect the absorption of these essential minerals that we need for skin health.
Let's see. So like oxalates, is that what we're talking
Yep, exactly. Oxalates, yes. The reason why I decided to use tallow in my skincare product is because they have so many benefits and features. They have natural antioxidants, which are stable to inhibit or stop the oxidative stress in our skin, which makes tallow the perfect base in your skincare. My favorite feature of tallow is the CLA, or conjugated linoleic acid. Linoleic acid is a polyunsaturated fatty acid found in plants and grass. But when ruminants such as cows digest the grass, the microbes in their digestive system converts the linoleic acid into conjugated linoleic acid, and research has shown CLA's benefits of skin, where the unique features of CLA compared to other active ingredients such as retinol, alpha hydroxy acid, where it can reduce the fine lines and wrinkles of the skin without irritation, puts it in a class of its own.
I see. I mean, obviously, I avoid, and I talk about this all the time on the podcast, but I avoid seed oils and prefer animal fats for all those reasons for my own health, right? Because of the way it affects our cells and our mitochondria and energy production. So you're saying it has an equal effect on skin cells as well, which would make sense.
Yes, exactly. When you're using seed oils, the most common skincare oils used is sunflower, safflower, grapeseed, or almond oils, and many more. But just listing those at the top of my head, they have a higher content of linoleic fatty acids. Like, for example, grapeseed contains 76% of linoleic acid. And when you apply them to your skin, they are unstable, meaning that they are subjecting skin cells to various types of damage, leading to oxidative stress and apoptosis of the skin cells, all of which lead to aging. Aging is directly related to the oxidative stress, where the availability of antioxidants are low and the accumulation of oxidants produced by free radicals such as the sun or exposure to oxygen are high. The physiological process, which is known as lipid peroxidation, can induce inflammatory reactions within the skin's fatty layers.
I see. So we get more inflammation in the skin cell membrane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's where those fats would be stored. So when you combine this highly oxidative fat in the skin cell with sun exposure,
Mm-hmm.
which is already probably going to cause a little bit of inflammation anyway, just as a chemical reaction, right, in our skin,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a very different reaction when your membranes are full of linoleic acid, the omega-6 oxidized fats, versus a tallow, which is much more resistant.
Yes, tallow is very stable. They contain saturated fatty acids that are not prone to oxidative stress, meaning that they do not um, turn into a chemical reaction exposed to sunlight, free radicals, and oxygen. So they will keep your skin supple and steady.
Wow, that's amazing. And yet it's like going backwards to go forward almost. It's like going back to what we always did in order to improve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I also want to bring up the fact that did you know that the omega 3s and omega 6 found in linoleic acid or polyunsaturated fats, they are estrogenic. And it has been shown that topical applications of estrogen to the skin ages you quickly because estrogen stimulates cortisol, the stress hormone that contributes to aging. So essentially, when you're applying the polyunsaturated fatty acids to your skin, you're kind of stimulating the stress hormone within you and leading to aging quickly.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're stressing out your skin with these oils, essentially.
Uh-huh. So I can basically call my skincare line anti-aging. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That's really, I didn't realize that. So obviously, I mean, I know I've heard of people putting straight up tallow on their skin. I've had the pleasure of trying your skincare and loved it. And I noticed it went right into, especially on my face, went right into the skin. Like I soaked it up. So you must be doing something to this product other than just straight tallow, because it's not what we use in our kitchen to cook our eggs and stuff. But so what is it that makes that so different from just straight up tallow?
So back in November, when I started experimenting with tallow-based skincare products, I originally started with 100% tallow. whipping it, turning it into a ball, maybe add some essential oils in there and other carrier oils like, you know, olive oil. And the end result was it was thick, it was heavy, it was very greasy. It took a long time to absorb into your skin because of the oleic acid that has a long absorption rate, which is known in the skincare industry. So I decided to look further into what makes a good skincare product with quick, fast absorption rate, where you don't have a greasy film. You need to mix it with other hydrating factors, with water and other like shea butter and excuse me, with the other constituents to help with the conditioning to get the smooth feel into your skin without leaving a thick, heavy, greasy film on your skin. So I had to do a lot of research into finding the right clean, non-toxic ingredients to mix the tallow with the other factors like agents, like hydrating agents of amino acids and water.
I see. So you've sort of created a blend that allows your body to absorb better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I, really wanted to reduce the 100% content of tallow down to 3 to 5% because I found that studies show that oleic acid found in tallow can break your skin out because it's so thick and heavy and rich that it's not allowing the skin to breathe. So I really wanted to reduce tallow but still maintain the benefits of tallow that, mixing it with other factors, glycerin to cetyl alcohol and cetyl glucoside. They sound sciencey, but I assure you they are natural. They are derived from cassava root flour and coconut fatty acids, the non-comedogenic ones. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sounds like you've done some biochemistry here.
I really enjoyed chemistry growing up in school. Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then you're in the right field, and because that's amazing. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Uh, no, I did also notice because you were, we were talking about this before, but you have retinol in you. I see retinol on the face moisturizer, not the body moisturizer, face moisturizer. So let's talk about that because I know retinol is vitamin A, and that's why like I eat a little bit of liver every day for all the micronutrients, but liver's known to be very high in
Correct.
retinol.
Correct. So, when I was making tallow-based skincare, I was very curious. The natural instinct of me wanted to know how much vitamin A is found in tallow. And because being a skincare enthusiast, I know all about retinol and the active ingredient that gives you glowy skin. So when I started looking into the nutritional data facts of vitamin A content in tallow, I found zero. And I think that it's vitamin A being rich in tallow has been misconstrued because of the fat soluble description. Vitamin A requires fat to be absorbed properly in your digestive system. It does not necessarily mean that fat soluble vitamin A is found in all types of fat. 90% of vitamin A is stored in the liver as retinol ester, which is the very, very basic compound of vitamin A. And so going back, when I found out that tallow did not contain vitamin A, I really wanted to find a way to get retinol into the skincare. And I thought, okay, I eat beef liver daily, like little pieces, 3 ounce. And I was like, okay, well, the skincare industry uses synthetic retinol, these chemical copies of a natural ingredient. Being in the animal based community, I really wanted to find a way to get the retinol into our skincare products for anti aging benefits. And I was like, why not bovine liver? And so I, started this journey down to finding how to formulate bovine liver into my tallow-based moisturizer, where I had to use the lyophilized bovine liver powders, not like I took real liver and squeezed the juices in there. No, that's gross. Yeah. I assure you it's not liver juices. So I use lyophilized bovine liver powder versus desiccated form. Desiccated goes through extreme dehydration of up to 100 degrees Celsius. And because of the sensitive micronutrients found in bovine liver, vitamin, minerals, amino acids, I did not want exposed to heat and damaged in the process. So I chose lyophilized bovine liver from New Zealand. They are grass fed. They are hormone injection free. They go through they're frozen in a vacuum and the water is removed to allow the sensitive nutrients to be more intact and still potent enough to absorb to your skin. Now, when I formulated bovine liver into my formulation, I had to figure out a way how to get the fat soluble vitamins A and that water soluble B complex vitamin into the skin. Tallow alone cannot do that because tallow is oil based. It can only, carry the fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K into the skin, and I'm like, I don't want to leave out the water soluble B complex vitamin that our skin needs. So that's essentially why I had to figure out how to formulate tallow with water and blend it together in an emulsion blend that can quickly absorb into skin.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
hmm
That's a lot of again, a lot of biochemistry you've done there. So you did find a way to get A in there with the liver and B with the water soluble. Wow.
hmm
Uh,
I also really want to throw in there that it is not the harsh chemical burn of retinol that you're applying to your skin. 90% of liver contains retinol esters. Like I said, the very basic compound, the magical ability of our skin when it receives retinol esters, the skin's receptor cells are going to convert it into retinol and convert it even further to retinoic acid, which are more gentle, more stable than the synthetic retinoids that you apply to skin.
gotcha. Right. Because some of those stronger chemical ones can make your skin very sensitive to the sun.
Very, very, yeah. When you're using retinoids or any other hydroxy acid that exposed to sunlight, it will induce irritation.
So yours has retinol esters, which means it's not going to be as strong of a compound to.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's non-irritating and it's very gentle on your skin.
What's enough to nourish, obviously enough to nourish and help that cellular turnover that just naturally happens
Mm-hmm.
in our skin. Okay. That is the benefit of retinol. I know is the cellular turnover, correct? It's
Yes, yes. There's so many benefits to retinol in your skincare to preventing aging, fine lines, wrinkles, and reducing the appearance of that, as well as the increasing the skin cell turnover rate. Within the layers of your skin, sometimes the dead skin cells or keratin, they can get trapped and lodged in your pores. That when you apply retinol, that you are increasing the skin cell turnover rate, meaning that it helps push the dead skin cells up to the outermost layer of the skin or stratum corneum. So we want to mix out the clogged skin with retinol.
so. Eliza, what would you say would be one of the biggest differences between using your tallow-based skincare versus something people are picking up at the mall or through their their usual brands that they're the traditional brands that you see people using?
Yes, so Revelation Skincare is supreme versus the typical skincare products that you find in your aisles every day because they may contain toxic chemicals such as parabens, phthalates, formaldehyde, fragrance, perfume, mineral oil. And did you know that the US government, they do not regulate what skincare ingredients you can use before marketing out to other people? Revelation Skincare wants to be honest and transparent with their ingredients. They, have really damaging effects on the skin. So that's why when you choose Revelation Skincare, you have the confidence knowing that I formulate with clean, non-toxic ingredients that will not implicate health concerns within your body, because a study showed that how much do skincare ingredients really absorb into our bloodstream. A study revealed a group of newborn babies that were massaged with safflower oil or polyunsaturated fatty acids, and the other group of newborn babies rubbed with coconut oil containing saturated fats 4 times a day for 5 days. A blood sample was taken from both groups, and they showed that the babies rubbed with the safflower oil contained a higher level of unsaturated fatty acids, versus the group containing coconut oil had higher levels of the healthy saturated fats.
Wow. So we do absorb, they're absorbing these, I get, for lack of a word, nutrients, but basically these chemicals, but also the fats themselves through their skin and into their system. So it's not just staying on the surface.
Exactly. So Revelation Skincare really wants consumers to be aware of what they're applying to skin. And Revelation Skincare, all of my ingredients are clean, that you can have the confidence of applying the moisturizer onto your skin without worry or stress.
So you have what? Let's go through. Talk about some of your products. And I know you have the lion's mane, which is the face moisturizer, correct?
Yes, the Lion Share moisturizer contains, yeah, I called it Lion Share because if you look up the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the definition of Lion Share is the most of, the best of, or the largest portion. So it kind of, makes sense having a play on words, and that is Lion Share containing bovine liver, the most richest source of micronutrients from vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. So I can easily say that the Lion's Share moisturizer is probably the most nutrient dense moisturizer you can find on the market today.
For sure. Because of the liver alone. I would get to.
Exactly. And the other product that I launched is the tallow lotion. I formulated tallow lotion for everybody to enjoy without the thick, greasy feel that you get from tallow bombs or whipped tallow. Nobody wants to be putting on thick, oily all over their body. So I was like, you know what, let's make this lightweight by including water and other hydrating factors to make it easy and lightweight and fast absorption rate into the skin.
Very good. So those are your two kind of flagship products, the two products you're leading with in this launch.
Yes, yes. The tallow lotion is used for the body. The lion's share you can use for your face, or if you have a specific rash anywhere on your body, you can apply lion's share moisturizer with the bovine liver over that rash if you really want to give it some extra deep nutrition for skin health.
So I know I've connected with you on Instagram. Is that your primary social media?
Yes, that is the main way to find me.
And it's at Revelation Skin. I'll link to that in the show notes. And of course, your website is
www.revelationskincare.com.
okay. We'll link to those in the show notes. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your products with us, your knowledge with us about skincare. Because I know a lot of people, they have questions. They're not sure what to use. Why are the store-bought ones so, bad for us? And what makes tallow different? Because it's a new type of product hitting the market now. I think the demand is coming with all the animal-based and carnivore and people who are following the diet. They also want their products that they're putting on their body to be congruent, right? With their
Exactly. I am so happy to see this full circle of life of tallow, animal fats, and other animal derived ingredients coming back into the game that our ancestors have used for thousands of years. It works.
Definitely. Absolutely. Well, good luck on your launch. I'm so happy for you. I mean, that's exciting to launch a new thing and have a new business. So I'm always supportive of people just, entrepreneurs, just taking their passion and turning it into something that they can work their life around and with and be able to turn their business into their passion. It's amazing. So good luck to you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll stay in touch because I like your Lion's Share moisturizer.
Mm-hmm. Thank you again so much for inviting me on your podcast. I look forward to keeping in touch with you.
Thanks, Eliza.